Driver the number 48 Lowe's Chevrolet, Jimmie Johnson, to the Media Center. Currently, Jimmie is 6 in points. And before we get started, we have a special presentation, so I'll ask Louis Frank to take over here for a moment.
Well, I'm Louis Frank. I work at ESPN, the magazine, and this is the first quarter Driver of the Year vote, a panel of 20 members, including Jenna Fryer of AP and Tom Jensen of Speed and Nate Ryan, USA Today. And it's the oldest award in the U.S. You've won the annual award. This is just the first quarter, and it's winged, I noticed. But here you go, and congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
And for my next act.
Right on. Good save. That's what it's like qualifying out here, as Mark was saying. I'm shocked to get this. According to everybody, I've been in a slump, so this is news to me. Next vote starts soon. Okay, maybe I'll fail in the second quarter.
Jeff Burton warned us that this wasn't accessible, but he was referring to Mark, not you. But we'll.
That might be the problem.
Jimmie, congratulations. Also, your thoughts about starting the road course season and racing here at Sonoma.
Yeah, I mean, this is these awards are great to have. I should back up a second and say that having the watch and the award means a lot, and to have it be voted upon, it's a nice reminder of how the season opened up for us, and we take a lot of pride in it. And looking forward to this, the race here. Everybody knows how much I have focused on and how badly I want to win on a road course, and especially here. So it's time. We're here. I'm excited, eager. I've run 2 DP races this year to get more experience. We've been testing, doing everything that I can to be a better road course driver, and to get our cars better, and working with Chad and the engineers and talking road course racing. So we'll see what happens. I feel really good about it, though. I'm not going to let my desire to go out and try to win this race become too intense. I think that I do my best driving when I'm relaxed and having fun. And I had a thought today driving in. I drove by the hotel I stayed in when I came out here, because I was 15 years old and came to a driving school. And it was my first experience on the asphalt. And drove a Formula Ford and had some fun with it. So as I drove by that hotel, I went, wow, I remember staying there. And then those childhood feelings kind of came back, and remembering how much fun I had driving out to the track and the excitement. So I drove into the gates today, trying to remember those feelings and look forward to having those in the car. And hopefully they will have the racing gods agree with me over the weekend if I keep that mindset, and things will work.
We'll jump right back into Q&A. Again, as a courtesy, please state your name and affiliation. We've got Jenna, and then Tom, David, and Nate.
Jenna Fryer, AP. Jimmie, when you first came in the room, you made that remark. Everybody keeps saying, I'm in a slump. I mean, is that bugging you? I've heard you say that a few times. Did you think you're not in a slump?
No, I'm just trying to make fun of things. I get accused of being a little intense sometimes, so I'm just trying to make people laugh a little bit. There's no doubt that the month of May was tough on us. I made mistakes. We had some unfortunate luck, and then just had some bad races, and it made for a long month. But I don't think we're in a slump. We're not where we want to be, but I wouldn't call it a slump. We've got a lot of the year left to get our cars where we want them, and I think although Michigan, even though didn't finish up how we'd hoped, and we didn't race as strong as we wanted to, we're learning some stuff in a new direction, new setups under the car, and I think it's just a matter of time here before we really get that setup dialed in.
Tom Jensen, SpeedTV.com. Jimmie, where are you in the season cycle with the chase versus the regular season? How much of what you're doing now is geared toward the chase? How much of what you're doing now is geared toward maybe trying to get bonus points now? And has it changed this year from where you've been in years past?
Yeah, a little bit. I would say that the last 2 weekends have been more about stopping the bleeding, and that would be losing so many points and slipping further and further down, closer to that 12th place cutoff. We did a good job the last 2 weeks not taking unnecessary risk, and I drove within my means and didn't stick it in the fence or anything. So from that standpoint, we need to make sure we're collecting points. At the same time, I don't think we've had a race-winning car over the last 2 weeks. Competitive, But I think where I've gotten in trouble before is I could see the front. I felt like I could bridge that gap and find that next tenth or two to make it a race-winning car, and I've made some mistakes. So I'm trying to eliminate that. But in general, at some point during the regular season, every team is going to struggle some and need to catch up. And as much as I hate to live through it right now, I'm excited that it's now and it's not September when we're going through it. So I feel that we have time to find that tenth or two and to take our cars from being a top 5 car to a dominant car. So my mindset may be a little different, but it's still the same old stuff in racing. We're still trying to find speed, and at this point, we're playing a little game of catch-up.
David Caravella on NASCAR.com. You mentioned about not wanting to let your desire get the best of you out here. I mean, do you feel like there have been times at road courses where you've been trying too hard and it's been difficult to keep yourself in check?
Yeah, not only from my own doing, but when you get in the race and you watch the start of the race, the first 15, 20 laps, there is a little bit of give and take. And then after a while, something happens and one guy screws over another guy and the energy changes. And then everybody you come in contact with is more irritated. And by the time you get to the end of the race, it is just a cutthroat event. And every braking zone, guys are blocking. If someone is blocked, the guy that's being blocked goes to the turn and says, well, the hell with you. I can just lean on you and spin you out and all the guys outside of you, and off they go. So there's an energy during the race that kicks in, and I want to avoid that. I don't want to get caught up in that because you get red-faced and focused just on these little battles here in front of you and around you. Before you know it, you're sitting in the dirt or in the tire barriers, fenders tore off the car, something's gone wrong. So I want to stay away from that if I can help it. And one way to do that is to stay up in the top 2 or 3 throughout the day. It seems to be much safer up there. Not necessarily give and take, but a little bit more respect with overtaking and some of the things that go on.
Nate Ryan, USA Today. Jimmie, following up on that intensity, you seem to be a very goal-oriented person. And how much of a void is it not to have that road course win? Is it like a golfer that's missing maybe that one major on a resume? Because it doesn't seem like you have much left to prove in NASCAR in terms of ticking things off, for your resume. And this would be like the last major thing I can think of.
It doesn't weigh as much as a Brickyard win or a Daytona 500 win, or even winning at Bristol. To me was more of a resume builder. This is just an irritation. I know I can do this. I get in other road course cars and I'm plenty fast and competitive, and I've run good at times in the Cup car on road courses, so I know I have it in me. I just need to figure out how to do it over the course of 90 laps. So it's more of an irritation. It certainly would be good for my resume, but it's not like I feel there's a void missing, or a void there, or a major missing, I guess is what I was trying to say.